Coach, it's been 10 years in the waiting, but UNCP celebrates a 59-58 win over Augusta State tonight. Just talk about very defensive game. Talk about the keys to victory tonight.
Yeah, I thought both teams defensively were really good. They're a great program. Dip's a great coach, and we got a lot of respect for them. And obviously, we've struggled against them, but there's a reason for that. They've had good players, but he's a good coach. And both teams really guarded, and shots were not easy to come by. So we really had to grind and try to find a way to get a win, and in kind of an ugly game at times. But in some ways, it was ugly, but in other ways, I thought you had two teams really guarding.
And UNCP 5 losses this season by 5 or less points. As far as gut-wrenching moments go, last 5 seconds they get 2 shots to get, or 2 chances to get something up. I mean, talk about those last 5 seconds and what it was like for you on the sideline.
Well, we got a deflection. And Griff almost got it and got the timeout called, but you can't call it when you're falling out of bounds like that. But and they got a good look at the end. I mean, it could have gone. It was one of those games that really could have gone either way. And we've had a lot of those, and our offensive execution wasn't great. I feel like we've been so focused on our defense the last week or so of practice. That's probably slipped. We got to have a little better balance where our defense continues to improve while we get a little bit better with our offense.
You look at the stat sheet, 11 turnovers for Augusta State, pretty much their average all season. We had 14, but then you look further down the box score, we outscored them 15-5 off turnovers. Just talk about transition. That was huge for us tonight.
Well, we try to run when we can. Obviously, it's easier when you get something off your defense.
Right.
But the good thing, first half we were careless with the ball. We had 10 turnovers at the half, but only 4 in the second half, so that obviously helped.
And way different from the last game, 15-17 from the line. You got to be a little bit more pleased with that this time around.
Yeah, that was a big difference, and we didn't foul them as much. At their
Right.
place, I think they shot 36 free throws. That's hard to overcome.
Right.
But it was pretty equal there. We got to the free throw line and stuck them in, and George really did a good job, and Shamel 6 for 7. So a lot of guys stepped up and knocked them in.
And talk about George Blakeney's play tonight, 4-6 from the field. He had a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds. He was pretty huge for you tonight.
Very active, and when he's active like that, he's a force, both ends of the floor. He can really move his feet for a big guy, his size, and he's starting to understand how to use his strength more and more, and really happy for him.
On the other side of the ball, Devontae Thomas, 6 3-pointers for them. Obviously he was a force in the second half for him.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, he can really shoot it. Does a lot of things well for him. They got some really, really good freshmen. They're gonna, as always, they're gonna, the train keeps rolling with Augusta. Right. So they got some really good young players and some good veteran guards that have been through some battles.
They stay in the thick of things in the PBC race, but schedule doesn't get any easier. You get to go to Aiken this weekend. So talk about what you expect from them on their court this time.
Well, we've had great battles with them, and we've been fortunate the last few games, but, all those games could have gone either way too. But again, another great program. Them and Augusta have really set the standard in this league, so we really respect both programs, and we're excited about the opportunity to go on the road and see what we can get done.